Power, it's the invisible force that governs human interaction. Whether it's in politics, business, relationships, or society, the rules of power are at play everywhere. But have you ever wondered what it takes to master these rules? In his masterpiece, The 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene unpacks centuries of wisdom, historical lessons, and strategies to help you navigate the game of power. Whether you aspire to lead, influence, or simply protect yourself from manipulation, these 48 laws will arm you with the tools to thrive. Are you ready to unlock your inner strategist? Let's dive in. Law 1. Do not overshadow your master. Let your master know they know more. Trying to outshine them can make them insecure, but acknowledging their brilliance will give you power. Flatter them discreetly to gain control. When your master is secure in their higher position, you'll never fall victim to their insecurity. Law 2. Be careful to trust friends and use your enemies. An old Chinese saying warns us that friends are like the teeth of a dangerous animal. If you're careless, they might chew you up. While it's tempting to work alongside a friend, they might not be completely honest with you for the sake of your relationship. On the other hand, keeping your enemy close makes you alert and mindful because conflict pushes progress. Law 3. Never reveal your intentions. Most believe honesty to be the best strategy, but in fact, sincerity might offend people and make you predictable. Try not to make the mistake of being silent in an attempt to conceal your desires. It makes you look secretive. Instead, paint a detailed picture of your wishes, but false ones. Law 4. In conversation, less is more. What you say is incredibly important, so you must learn to control your words. You cannot take them back. Law 5. Protect your reputation. Your reputation doubles your power. Once you establish and spread it, people will know to respect you before they meet you. But be careful not to slip. Even one mistake will make your reputation very difficult to build back up. Law 6. Stand out to get their attention. People believe they have power over those they deem mediocre. So, you need to create an appearance bound to attract attention, whether it's your clothing style or personality traits, and renew it to avoid predictability. Law 7. Make others do the legwork for you. Don't burden yourself with tedious tasks. Instead, try forwarding them to your assistants. Assigning tasks will free up your valuable time and make you look efficient. Many politicians delegate things like speech writing for this exact reason. Law 8. Make people approach you first. True power is not chasing and reacting to every event. It's about giving people no choice but to respond themselves. Lure them in and gain control over the situation. Law 9. Win through actions, not words. When proving a point, talking can only get you so far. Your arguments might be well crafted and believable, but actions always carry much more power. Law 10. Avoid others' misery. Prosperity attracts prosperity, so surround yourself with happy people. Misery is infectious. Do not let it enter your life. Law 11. Make people need you. The ultimate power is having others depend on you. Make them believe they cannot thrive without your help or approval. Law 12. Reserve your honesty for select people. In deception, candor is an effective distraction tool. If you are honest when you meet someone for the first time, that impression will last and lower the person's guard from the start. Therefore, it's easier to convince them. Law 13. When asking for help, let them know how they will benefit. When in need of assistance, relying on someone's mercy shows weakness. Instead, highlight what they can get out of this transaction. People are most motivated by their needs being met. Law 14. Be a spy. Act like a friend. Keeping a friendly front will allow you to collect valuable information about people. and therefore have control over future events involving them. Law 15. Destroy your enemies. On the way to power, you're bound to make enemies. They are a threat you must eliminate. Crush their spirit until they leave forever, and don't show mercy, or they will return stronger. Law 16. Know when to go. Once you establish yourself in a group, withdraw from it every so often. Your absence makes people respect you and talk about you. When people have less access to you, they wish to connect even more. Law 17. Never act predictably. By nature, patterns tell people they're in control. Try to break them and behave in ways people don't expect. You will seem intimidating and stay in people's minds. Law 18. Isolation won't protect you. You might think that isolating yourself from everyone is the best protection, but this puts a bigger target on you. You must stay connected to access information and find allies. Law 19. Choose your social circle carefully. Picking who you work with is crucial and must be a calculated decision. Some people may pretend to be someone else, and your instincts may miss that. Law 20. Commit to yourself only. Stay away from committing yourself to someone or something, and you'll gain an aura of respectability. It's not about your inability to commit, but your selectiveness that will lure people. Law 21. Look dumber, be smarter. No one likes to think their opponent is more intelligent. Acting dumber will put them at ease and hide your true strength. Your intentions will remain secret. Law 22. Turning the other cheek is more powerful than defeat. In the face of aggression, our instinct is to fight back, but in the realm of power, giving in yields better results. However, it would be best if you still stayed strong inside. When your enemy thinks they won, you can act and come out on top. It is the essence of the surrender tactic. Law 23. Focus your energy where it matters. In the modern world, a million things pull our attention simultaneously, but you must collect your strength and direct it toward a specific goal. Know your purpose and concentrate your efforts to find success. Law 24. Be an exemplary courtier. While the royal court that existed to please the king is a historical concept, the same rituals exist today because they revolve around power. You need to follow a set of rules to thrive in such an environment. Do not flaunt your wealth. Make your work look effortless. Pay only a few compliments. Be noticeable. Adapt your language according to the speaker. Bring only good news. Have control over your emotions. Be self-aware. Never joke about appearances. Do not criticize your master or ask them for too many favors. Did you know? Italian diplomat and courtier Baldassare Castiglione wrote the Book of Courtier, in which he uses the term sprezzatura, the ability to make the most challenging work look nonchalant. Law 25. Create an identity that attracts attention. Society has a lot of expectations of what we're supposed to be, but you don't have to meet them. Create your own identity. First, you have to question the roles you already have and examine yourself closely. Then, build your new memorable self and remember to adapt it to the circumstances. Law 26. Maintain a clean appearance. You are bound to make mistakes, but your reputation must remain spotless. Robert Greene suggests shifting the blame to a scapegoat, someone not too innocent, since you might create a martyr. Law 27. Use people's urge for faith to build a following. Most people need a belief in something or someone. You can fill this spot by giving them promises while still being vague. Be passionate about your cause. Law 28. Act confidently. Indecisiveness will show no matter how hard you try to disguise it. You have to be sure about your actions because people praise boldness, not doubts. Law 29. Plan the entire journey. There needs to be more planning than just thinking ahead a few steps. Consider all the obstacles and circumstances you might face until the very end. Avoid vagueness as well. When your plan is clear and detailed, unexpected turns won't distract you from reaching your goal. Law 30. Act effortlessly. When you speak of your achievements, never reveal your tricks and the amount of work it took. Look as if success comes naturally to you and you can accomplish much more. Those around you will be in awe and won't have information to sabotage you. Look as if success comes naturally to you and you can accomplish much more. Those around you will be in awe and won't have information to sabotage you. Law 31. Be in charge of options. If you need to give someone a choice, present them with options that work in your favor. This way, they will feel in control, but you will have the upper hand. Law 32. Appeal to people's delusions. The reality is that society is oppressive, so if you're not ready for the consequences of telling the harsh truth to someone, tap into their fantasies. Confirming people's delusional beliefs comforts them, thus making room for deception to seep into the conversation. Portray the fantasy as vague and distant to keep them dreaming.
Law 33. Recognize people's weaknesses. No one is without flaws, and discovering those gives you the upper hand. Remember these principles to find anyone's weak spot. Body language is often a giveaway of someone's emotions. Insecurities are usually rooted in childhood. Blatant emotions frequently hide the opposite. Shyness might be covering a desire for attention. Notice uncontrollable emotions, like fear, and take control into your hands. Law 34. Act regal to be treated accordingly. Robert Greene calls this law the strategy of the crown. It means that when you carry yourself like royalty, people around you will regard you as such. If you believe you are worth more, you will receive more. Law 35. Tame timing. Wrong timing is your worst enemy. Never appear to be in a hurry. You must be patient, act when the time is right, and use current trends to acquire power. Law 36. Ignore what you cannot have when you face a complex issue or an undefeatable enemy. Paying more attention will only strengthen them. Disregard unattainable things, and you will be free to work toward your real goals. Law 37. Visuals count more than words. While words can be effective, talking is risky as you might offend someone. Explaining yourself shatters your power. Visuals, however, are emotionally striking. They pull attention. A title with the word gold is more impactful if printed in gold. So pay attention to colors and symbols to get your point across. Law 38. Think uniquely, act to blend in. While attention is beneficial for the most part, try to maintain your unique thinking. Being outwardly unconventional makes others feel lesser, which they might counteract with hostility. Reserve your unorthodox ideas for trusted friends and family. Law 39. Infuriate your enemy by your calmness. Robert Greene emphasizes that anger shows weakness. In a fury, you don't have the option to act rationally. When your enemy gets angry, there is nothing more infuriating to them than a straight face. They will be embarrassed by their temper tantrum, and you will end up victorious. Law 40. The only free cheese is in a mousetrap. Never accept things for free because there's always a trick behind them. Greatness doesn't come for free, and it's best to pay in full than to become stuck with hidden obligations. Law 41. Do not mirror a great person, become one. While learning about another person's experience is worthwhile, never try to copy them. The original is cherished more than its copy. Craft your own identity by innovating. Otherwise, you'll get lost in the past. Law 42. Fight the cause, not the symptoms. You can often trace the problem's source, the leader who stirs things up. By neutralizing it, you'll root out the trouble. Avoid wasting time on the pawns. Isolate the king and destroy him. Law 43. Win over hearts and minds. Wanting to be seen is in human nature. People hate those who ignore them, and you can win them over by softening them up emotionally with symbolic gestures. Then it will be easier to persuade them, especially when you are aware of their intellectual weak spots. Law 44. Diffuse your enemy with the mirror effect. Make your enemy believe you share views. You will gain their trust and disguise your true intentions. Mirroring your enemy gives you immense power to unsettle them with no suspicion. Law 45. Advocate for change but make subtle improvements. People stick to their habits even when the need for change is blatant. Radical reform might create outrage. When in place of power, show respect for the old ways and implement change in small increments. Law 46. Be great, not perfect. Appearing to have no flaws causes distrust and envy, which can lead to dire consequences. You must admit to having imperfections to remain approachable. Only gods and the dead can seem perfect with impunity. Law 47. Stop when you reach your goal. The moment of victory can be intoxicating, thus making you arrogant. No matter how tempted you are, you must learn to stop, or you might lose it all. Victory is a time to reflect, ground yourself, and examine the laws of power again. Law 48. Stay flexible. The best way to protect yourself from enemies is to avoid taking a distinct shape. Adapt to circumstance, and your enemy won't be able to know your next move or attack you. The best way to protect yourself from enemies is to avoid taking a distinct shape. Adapt to circumstance, and your enemy won't be able to know your next move or attack you. Stability is a mirage, so you must rely on adapting to reality quickly. Conclusion. While we all strive to have power, it's important to remember that power depends on deception and exploitation. It gives no room for authenticity. Wearing many masks and having tricks up your sleeve is essential in the power game. The ability to play with appearances sets humans apart from animals. It's your most effective weapon. Your shield in this battle is patience, a handy tool. You will call to it whenever you must control your emotions or wait for the right time to act. Your reactions must be well thought out, which takes time to master. You might have noticed that many laws start with words like do not or never. That's because your ability to acquire power depends mainly on things you must avoid, not the ones you must do. Be aware of what a particular action will cost you. Some rules may also seem controversial. Robert Greene regards power as a moral being, neither good nor bad. You can choose whether to use these laws fully, selectively, or completely disregard them. If you enjoyed our audiobook summary, make sure to subscribe to Audiobooks Tube and never miss out on these treasures of knowledge.